In the royal capital, a boy was buying candy. He is Zhao Jinyu, an ordinary reincarnator. But his current situation is not good. He can sense bloodlust from both his left and right sides. The two men attacked, aiming to kill Zhao Jinyu. Zhao Jinyu dropped his money and bent down to pick it up at the same time the killer struck. Both assassins, surprised, collided with each other and died. Zhao Jinyu was not even surprised because this happened almost every day. He had to experience assassination attempts daily, even though he was still a teenager. This was thanks to his good fortune in being reincarnated into a prominent family. His father was an outstanding founding minister who helped the emperor conquer half the territory of the Centennial Grand Duke. However, after the late emperor passed away, the current emperor began to see his father's achievements as a threat, believing they could topple him. That's why the emperor wanted to end his father's bloodline, including Zhao Jinyu. Even now, as Zhao Jinyu walked the streets, there was not a soul in sight, despite the broad daylight. Hidden dangers lurked everywhere. Zhao Jinyu continued walking, enjoying his candy, when suddenly, a knife narrowly missed his head, followed by another that just missed his chest. In his previous life, after joining the Tai sect, even though he had been reborn as a child, dealing with such enemies was a simple task. But if he fought back, he would expose his true power, which would only attract stronger assassins. Thus, Zhao Jinyu could only make it seem like his attackers were accidentally killing themselves. However, he knew things couldn't go on like this. He needed to find a permanent solution. If the emperor feared his family might threaten the throne, Zhao Jinyu would have to prove him wrong. Smiling, Zhao Jinyu decided that, from this day forward, he would become a useless person. A few months later, Zhao Jinyu slept late into the morning when the housekeeper came running to wake him up. Zhao Jinyu groggily asked if it was time for lunch. The housekeeper told him that Eunuch from the palace had brought an imperial edict. In just a few months, Zhao Jinyu had become the capital's most infamous good-for-nothing. Zhao Jinyu wasn't concerned and asked the housekeeper what was the big deal. After all, the message was likely for his father, not him. But when Zhao Jinyu arrived, he saw Eunuch reading the imperial edict aloud. The emperor has heard that the eldest son of Duke Dingbang, Zhao Jinyu, is warm, kind, and possesses a good appearance. Since the third princess has reached the age of 16, it is time for her to marry. The emperor bestows his blessing and betroths the third princess to Zhao Jinyu. Zhao Jinyu was shocked, and his father, the duke, accepted the decree, expressing great gratitude. Tears filled the duke's eyes as he proclaimed that the emperor must truly care for him. Eunuch informed them that Zhao Jinyu was to meet the emperor the next morning after the assembly. The duke agreed, but, after Eunuch left, his mood changed drastically. Duke Xiao was furious, and Zhao Jinyu asked if he was seriously going to marry him off like this. The duke explained that without a familial bond, the emperor would never let them live peacefully. Marrying the princess was the only way to protect Zhao Jinyu. Duke Xiao raged about how the emperor was using this marriage as a way to humiliate them by forcing Zhao Jinyu to marry an idiot princess. Zhao Jinyu asked who this idiot princess was. His father told him that the third princess was born mentally incapable, so much so that she couldn't even take on the imperial surname and had to use her birth mother's. Zhao Jinyu was stunned for a moment but then remembered his previous life. This princess wasn't really an idiot, she was only pretending to protect her life. In the future, she would succeed in leading a rebellion, using cruel methods to reform imperial laws. She would become an outright tyrant. Zhao Jinyu realized that if he did nothing, he would have to fight his wife in the future. But, right now, she was still young, and there might be ways to stop her from making the same mistakes. One option was for him to rebel first, walking the path she was supposed to take. That way, she wouldn't be able to. Zhao Jinyu grinned and suggested to his father, "Dad, let's rebel." He felt like a genius for coming up with this idea. Duke Xiao looked at him with disappointment and shouted, "Stupid son, don't run away. I promise not to beat you to death." Zhao Jinyu ran off, saying he was just joking. Meanwhile, at the royal palace, Princess Moyuo, the third princess, asked her imperial consort if her father had really betrothed her to someone. The imperial consort, kneeling before her, confirmed it. Moyuo's face darkened as she turned around, and the imperial consort worried that the princess might drag everyone down with her in a fit of anger. However, instead of being angry, Moyuo was blushing. She was embarrassed, thinking that her future husband would be none other than the heavenly martial immortal, Zhao Jinyu. In her previous life, there had been no fate between them, but now they were to be married. Moyuo was puzzled, though. In her past life, at this time, Zhao Jinyu was supposed to be training at the Tai sect, the most prestigious immortal sect. Even the current emperor had to show respect to them. So why hadn't he joined the Tai sect in this life? What if he believed the rumors about her being an idiot and tried to escape the marriage by going to the Tai sect? Moyuo clenched her fists, smiling coldly. She vowed that if Zhao Jinyu joined the Tai sect, she would destroy it herself. The imperial consort, unaware of the princess's thoughts, mistook her expression as anger at marrying a useless man. She nervously reassured the princess that the emperor had decreed the marriage, hoping to calm her. The next day, Duke Xiao went to the palace to greet the emperor. Emperor Ji Xing called him uncle out of respect for the duke's accomplishments, though Duke Xiao knew the emperor was plotting against him. The emperor brought out a memorial that contained accusations against Duke Xiao but then tore it apart, claiming he had suppressed the charges out of respect for their past. During the conversation, the emperor asked where Zhao Jinyu was. Duke Xiao lied, saying they had an argument the previous night, and Zhao Jinyu ran away. At that moment, a servant announced Zhao Jinyu's arrival.